because he will read my roll and he will taunt. That's how deep he is in my head. Anyway.
That's pretty mental, I'm not going to lie.
I could show you that clip. It was on stream. Anyway.
All right, so we're getting into Frozen and Dill. And I love it. Frozen always does this whenever there's a new summoning banner in Fire Emblem Heroes. He changes his tag to whichever is the waifu character.
Okay, so we just saw Dill lose to a sword character, but this is a sword character of a different breed and a very different player. Frozen right now with solid damage on board. And he's, look at this, like he's trying to cover so many things. Finally, Dill finds his way back and immediately gets 27%.
I've noticed Frozen's been using a lot of Dragon Fang since he came out of retirement. I don't know if that's like a particular adaptation to the growth of the scene or if he just suddenly really likes that move. But it leaves him vulnerable more often than not, and I hope to see a bit smarter usage of it as we move forward.
Okay, right now Frozen has been trapped at the ledge for quite a while. I was about to say very smart pin to get out of that situation given that banana was in his face. But the speed of Diddy Kong, Dill was still able to punish him. And what was looking like a convincing lead for Frozen, all of a sudden he's knocking on death's door, but he manages to not get hit by that up smash, and so he continues to live with a whole heap of rage.
With plenty of damage sitting on both sides of the field right now, it truly is anyone's game for starting out the lead here. And Frozen trying to stay diligent in where he moves. He's going to find himself right into the hands of Diddy. As a quick up tilt allows Dill to take the lead.
That up tilt is such a good anti-air option once you get to percents where it will finish off a stock. It's so quick. I believe it's frame 5. It is a fast move. And now all of a sudden, Frozen having to... Yeah, he has to find some kind of response as the damage is going up and up. Beautiful DI from Dill. He's actually surviving. But does he make it back? He does.
And with a monkey flip over to the opposite ledge, Dill's going to find himself safely back on terra firma, although staying very mobile.
I will say the Smashville platform seems to be working out for Dill a lot better than Frozen. He's using his monkey flips, he's retreating there when he's stuck on the ledge, and right now, Frozen is just struggling to see how to end the stock, but there finally, the back hit of that up air is definitely enough to take him out, as he's now sitting at a pretty big deficit, but, you know, we've seen Frozen do some crazy stuff.
Small banana hit. Dill doesn't really need to commit much. He gets set on that platform, he can stay mobile. Oh, plenty of activity going on there, but all it really amounts to is a little bit of shield pressure onto Dill.
Putting the banana there on the ledge. I'm surprised that Dill was not really able to cover that. Pin from the ledge is such a good option, but it can leave Frozen open. Right now, he's looking for some way to open him up. That could have been a big mistake. Great capitalization from Dill. I will say, I am really excited for, now that how Lavatroid is working on Smash 5, I'm really excited to see what they do for sound design. I personally would like to petition. I would like to petition for the banana to have a squishy sound effect when it lands.
Oh, no,
because I think everybody with New York Wave, it was like a...
No. Gross. Gross, unwanted.
Oh, I know that freelancer Leo down in Louisiana or whatever he is would be flailing his arms wildly, because this is a matchup that is not classically good for Mewtwo, but maybe Frozen just thinks this changeup is what he needs.
Shoutouts to the 3.02 tag.
What is that a reference to? I've seen him do that so many times.
He's
a fan of Paper Mario.
It's Paper Mario.
His good old friend, Mr. Jet Cop. They go way back, like college and stuff. Mr. Jet Cop. He's a swell guy.
He was his #1 friend.
Oof. Okay, great side B there. Finally, Dill getting something a little bit started. We gotta move on. We gotta move on, folks. Okay, I gotta say, hanging out on the Smashville platform, which was a great strategy against Frozen earlier, is now really risky, considering the fact that if Mewtwo hits you when you're already that close to the blast zone, think that might be it.
Still going to take a bit of a ways to get there, though. It's worth considering that Dill has his own understanding of Mewtwo, as he does play Mewtwo in the pocket.
He plays Mewtwo like against Wii Fit Trainer, which is like, let's use 4 moves. So
Still counts.
it does still count, but I feel like, you know, if he hits him with like up air, he'll be like, what was that? Okay, good dash attack from Frozen. Putting him on the ledge, but these monkey flips are just getting him out of these bad situations. I don't know. I feel like Frozen maybe isn't as adept at ledge guarding with Mewtwo, because right now, ooh, that was actually really cute. But I'd say like at this point he needs to make some big play.
Good approach with down tilt. Frozen trying to assert some sort of dominance here at the ledge. But as you mentioned, Salto, trying to take away the stock, proving a lot more difficult than it ought to be for Frozen.
Oh, back throw, wow. I don't know if that was bad eye or something. Mewtwo is a light boy. So Dill looking with a comfortable lead right now. Granted, comfortable lead against Mewtwo means he's like 20% away from getting chucked into the sky. But nonetheless, oof. He can definitely start really playing with a little more freedom in terms of just tack on little bits of percent here and there.
Shadow Ball connecting, however, not fully charged. Not really a good position for killing. Frozen doing a fine job of being able to still rack up this damage, but the struggle to kill is definitely proving a big burden to his Mewtwo.
Okay. Ooh, missed the perfect shield that in time.
Yep, there you go.
Fantastic
Just like you said.
pressure. Yeah, the up throw finally taking the stock, but I mean, we'll see. Now that, okay, now with some fresh blood in him, Dill is willing to go in and already doing 57%. And the ledge battle, it seems like Frozen is just overall not really winning. You know, Dill is getting off the ledge, and he's taking a lot of percent when he ends up there. Oh, that's some big damage.
Yo, even the wall jump to try and maintain positioning. Very cute movement from Frozen.
Okay, going for that huge down air. It doesn't work out. He has Banana in his hand, but he's tossed off stage. He still has it. That was a beautiful regrab.
That was.
Fortunately, it didn't really get him the advantage I think he was hoping for. He still has Banana in hand, but he's off stage. So what use is it really doing for him? Oh, that's what it is.
There you go.
Oh. Oh, being off stage like that meant that actually Frozen was able to survive, but he's at 140% right now, and the up tilt catching him during his dash. Dill taking that 2-0.
In rather sound fashion, Dill then just continue moving on.
If I remember correctly.
I cry. He lost the helper though, so it's not all bad. All right, Utopian Ray, John numbers, fighting off to see who gets to fight off against Dill.
And one of the things I really like about this matchup is because on paper it's garbage for Wii Fit, but John somehow makes it work, and it's beautiful to see just how he manages to do that, or does not manage to do that as we're seeing it now. Utopian Ray looking in a pretty commanding position. Oh, beautiful dash attack.
It's not often we get to see dash attack used in an effective manner, but lo and behold.
I believe it knocks away Luma at 0, right?
It has strong base knockback.
Ooh. Oh, fantastic jump from Utopian Ray, just hitting him with moves that will keep him in disadvantage. Finally, Luma's out of the picture. Let's see if John can capitalize. Oh, not getting both hits of neutral air. Definitely John lost out on some big damage. He's trying to keep his advantage up. Luma finally back into the picture. Interesting, running spot dodge. I wonder what he was expecting.
It's a good way to elicit a reaction of any type, really. It's good for playing the long con, but not so much in a game 1 situation where we don't even have any stocks dropped yet.
Numbers, though, keeping this super even. Only 10% separating these two. 10% that if Utopian Ray is a little bit too hesitant to approach on, he can heal back. But, oh, once again on the ledge. And that little blue puff ball is lethal. What is he made of?
Stars?
Is Luma made of stars? Is that why she has absurd base knockback? Because she's basically 2 seconds away from becoming a black hole?
It's actually like an incredibly dense astral being.
Okay, that was black hole-esque right there. Did you see how far out Numbers went? There was some Event Horizon stuff.
He's not well suited for space travel of this level.
I don't know. She doesn't have a mouth, so does she need to breathe?
I mean, she doesn't have any features, but she also makes slappy noises when she runs. She either makes slappy noises or skidding noises. It's whenever she decides to get human.
Oh my god. Ray going super deep for that. And right now Numbers has to figure out how to close this stock out soon. He does have the option to heal, but... Okay. Oh, it doesn't actually take Luma out of the picture.
Yeah, the typical John plan doesn't really work against Utopian Ray. Ray is a very defensively oriented Rosalina, in that he knows how to make good use of his Luma, but he also knows how to keep her alive when he needs her. And even use her as a body bag, body shield rather, as we've just seen.
Okay, another forward air putting Numbers off stage. Ooh, Utopian Ray going uncharacteristically deep. You know, that's extremely risky to do when you're Rosa. Beautiful with the boost grab, closing out the stock. And Numbers, you can see the shake on his face. Utopian Ray is just a standard fare for him.
Is that Nick in the background?
Obviously. Don't you know he's hugging? Is he hugging a pillow? Or
That's his backpack. But yeah, that is Nick C.
When did he get here?
He did this last week too. He just like showed up late. He was like, oh, I'm gonna watch Top 8 live.
Thug finals? Thug finals?
We are above such things.
Okay.
There are no thugs in New York. We are all gentlemen of the highest caliber. You can only thug final if you throw down 100% leather glove on the ground. Present your opponent with a fairly made rapier. Fight with an equally made, fairly made rapier.
I'm a foils guy myself. I'm actually not. I've heard that that's a word. Ooh! Okay, that was really smart of Numbers. He knows. So as soon as Rosa goes into free fall, she can actually attack with Luma, giving it be sort of a pseudo hitbox. And Numbers, knowing that, managed to shield it, so he still was able to get the punish. All of a sudden, he's playing from the lead. But the Utopian Ray, I like the way that he's approaching. It's just slowly walk up and cut off Numbers' escape routes.
That was,
Quasar?
I would say it's questionable DI, but that was also just a really questionable situation in general. Either way, Utopian Ray finding himself at the better end of it all. Trying to shark out John with these down airs, but not able to get anything just yet.
Great patience from Ray, just waiting there, knowing that Numbers was going to have to bite the bullet at some point. Oh, fair. Wow, that back air closing it out extremely early. Numbers has barely touched him since he had the lead like a minute ago. Now he has to make a huge comeback of some kind, and Ray is going to play around that. He is really hard to make comebacks on, I will say.
Yo, if he got it, though, I actually would have popped off. Good lord. That was an excellent string from Utopian Ray. Didn't end in the caught-out stock, but look at the damage that's on board for John already. He just came off that Angel platform a little bit ago.
Okay, but there we have a nice spot dodge from Numbers. Maybe that's what he was looking for earlier. Ooh, as he, at this point, he only has 51% on him, but at the same time, doesn't really have any super reliable ways to close out a Rosa stock. Oh my god, the mash! He's back and kicking. Oh, not able to take care of Luma. I feel like Wii Fit, her hitboxes are so awkward that, like,
You can just do that.
yeah, okay.
I promise
Great.
you, whatever statement you were making about Wii Fit's awkward hitboxes is still relevant.
She can't hit Lumo that well.
That's correct.
Like her biggest, like the moves that have big hitboxes are like too slow, and the rest of the moves are like she's one of the only characters in this game with accurate hitboxes, as in like the hitboxes are exactly where you'd think they'd be. It just happens to be that they're in awful places. Oh! The betrayal. Numbers definitely not. Take your medicine.
What even move was it? Was down air that did it in? Oh, that controller was gone.
Not have free brackets in order to get here.
No.
So great stuff to them, already making it to this point, but they're not done just yet. Smashville will be the start for this epic battle, if I do say so.
Well, while the stakes are definitely high at this point in the game, it is worth noting this is a horrendous matchup for Villager. And Stocktaker has a world of hurt ahead of him, win or lose.
That being said, like we're at the point right now where if somebody has stuck with a character for this long, it means that they at least have some way of dealing with DLC.
Oh, absolutely.
So we'll see exactly how Stocktaker implements that. But, you know, right now he's farther than he's ever been in bracket, and the nerves can get to you, and stuffs out the limit, which was great for him. Yeah, right now,
that actually would have killed, considering rage and the freshness. I'm just saying, but we're not there just yet.
Smashville is so good for Villager. I don't know why people like let Villager come here.
Because usually characters like Cloud can take advantage of it better than Villager. That being said, though, it's been a very neck-and-neck battle for stage control. Ralphie hasn't had a good opportunity to really hold on to it and force Stocktaker to approach on him, because every time he goes for some sort of option, Stock is ready to respond.
That was so smart, and he goes for the back throw. Very cool option there, trying to, you know, capitalize on making the sort of that big read on the ledge play, but instead the Smashville platform helping out Ralphie. Stocktaker right now gets hit by the forward tilt, living. Great DI. Let's see if he makes it back without losing his stock, though.
The Blade Beam again. There's definitely some sort of hidden tech answer for this somewhere. We'll figure it out by the end of the night.
Yeah, Stocktaker, though, losing that first stock. Ralphie has the lead here. Let's see how he plays to it. Looking like those cross slashes for some consistent damage. Yeah, already 33%. Oh, okay. When you get hit by the third one, you start to hate yourself.
He just needs the salami slices. Just the young dollar slice.
Okay, good nair, but limit. Oh!
All right.
That was a big misplay. Not able to cover the platform. Again, coming in clutch for Ralphie. I was questioning this stage pick, but yeah, that definitely looks like it's coming in clutch for Ralphie. Already 2 pivotal stocks that it saved him.
All right, with 66% still on the board, Stocktaker is hurting a little bit, but he's in a situation where he could still take this back from Ralphie, especially if he manages to catch him off guard like he's done so for some solid early percentage. No tree in sight, though. It's a bit of a bane for Stock. He does need his axe to really reach his full potential.
Yeah. I have to say, Ralphie is getting a lot better at maneuvering around those Lloyd rockets. Stocktaker, you know, he has to have game plans in order to... Oh! That was brilliant from Ralphie. Not even bothering with dealing with mix-ups, just dash attacks the ledge. And there it is, the forward tilt coming in, and Ralphie giving a bit of a head nod. Stocktaker, he's so close to being in Grand Finals right now, but standing in his way is this just a consistent player. Like he puts you at the ledge and he does what he wants to do. What adjustments do you think Stocktaker needs to make for this game, too?
I feel like he needs to mix up some of his ledge options, because more often than not, Villager finds themselves at the ledge in this matchup. Whether it's from their own accord or from the fact that Cloud does such an excellent job of forcing his opponents to the ledge. And while normally speaking, Villager does perform at their best from the ledge, not when Cloud is able to control all of their options with very little effort. Nair, back air, and up air are all the tools that Ralphie needs to shut down Stocktaker with incredible precision.
Okay, nice grab from Ralphie, putting him at the ledge, but Stocktaker able to get back pretty quickly. We're seeing a lot more of the patient, or the tic-tac neutral, where instead of these big damage hits, it's little things here and there. That was a pretty solid hit, though. And now Stocktaker with his HP in the red, he has to start thinking about how is he going to avoid getting killed by Ralphie.
While Stock is usually a more aggressive villager, this matchup definitely facilitates more traditional zoning. And with the lead that Ralphie has managed this quickly, it's looking like a very grim set for Stock. Ralphie's mowing down Stocktaker.
Okay. Oof. Tree is now in effect. He has the axe. He's looking for it. And one thing we haven't seen from Stocktaker yet is a completed edge guard. That's the sort of thing that can even up this game and absolutely keep him in the running. Ooh, just barely missing that finishing touch. That would have ended this in a quick 2-0.
I'm glad that after weeks of not being at Xeno, I'm still treated to one of the Ralphie classics of never landing finishing touch.
Oh,
So it's going to be
wow!
able to do it. Very poorly placed dash attack.
So the balloons from Villager actually helped. What a read. Okay,
There is
I'm
no
not even
help.
going to finish that thought because Ralphie just having the answer, taking it 2-0. That matchup is rough, and Ralphie just exploited it as best he can. He's going to be sitting in Grand Finals winner's side.
Tuesday. Tuesday's a stacked day in
Tuesday's
the
a
Northeast
stacked
now,
day.
all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
Every day is stacked now. Like, actually, like, except for Mondays, sort of. Where,
Monday's the day of relaxation.
well, like, there's the Melee tournaments in Westchester that I try to go to and stuff. No rest for the wicked.
Support you see.
There is bombs. Bombs every Monday. Check
Oh,
it
that's
out.
right, yeah.
It's a tiny unstreamed bracket. Doesn't have to be tiny. Come on through. It's very stacked. Incredibly stacked. Both of these players go. That's the only reason why I'm still talking over it. Like, if
Yeah,
you want to get
I
high
went
level.
like actually like bombs
Yeah.
is like bomb. If you were like like a lower or mid-level player, you go to bombs, you skip straight to like winners round.
Yeah,
three.
if you want like the fast forward of Xeno Wednesdays, it's just like go to bombs. It's actually crazy. 7 o'clock Monday. Check it out.
Hey.
All right, that was some really good shield pressure from Ray, and this matchup it's not necessarily like undoable for Diddy Kong, but Rose is probably one of the few characters that's considered to be like a check for this monkey, where he definitely has to work around what she does, and the matchup pretty much across the board, people say that Rosa has slight advantage at least.
Considering that Luma is like a miniature Diddy Kong, it's understandable as to why Rosalina is able to keep the monkey in check.
Oh, that was actually so smart right there. So normally, using that down B as Rosa almost nullifies Banana completely. But you saw Dill there. He tossed the banana and recut it while landing a hit in. You could definitely see that he's had experience playing against this character. I mean, isn't his brother, who is no longer with us, plays Rosa, so...
He's right over there. He's
I
like
know.
5 feet away.
I know. I wanted to see his reaction. There was no reaction. Shoutouts to them. Anyway, Token Ray's still living.
Sitting there at 149%. He's definitely got. Honestly, like if never mind. I was gonna say if he could survive, he could still turn this around. But even at that, he's got Diddy Kong at 88%. It's a fine percentage to find yourself at because once he gets Diddy in the air, it's a lot more reasonable of a situation to net the kill.
I will say, Dill's... Oh, somehow, man.
He slid up because the barrel, the
Luma-
rocket barrel pack.
Luma is a black hole, and that's why he got teleported to different dimension. Anyway, Utopian Ray evening it up right there. But one thing I'll say is that Dill's disadvantage state has been really good tonight. Like, I feel like I'm not seeing a lot of crazy stuff happening to him. Okay, here comes the pressure. Wow, look at this. Dill is actually playing on fire tonight. Just like constantly being on top of Ray. Ooh.
But at what cost is Monkey Flip's going to be paying him the price? And now sitting at the ledge. Ray not able to call out the directly to ledge option. The percentages have basically evened themselves back up. Luma can't grab items. That's not how that works.
Oh, trading back and forth. Right now, this matchup that looked really rough for Utopian Ray just a minute ago. Looks like he's on the verge of taking it. I don't think he wanted that forward air. No, man, when you were in that situation where you had the game-winning read and your fingers just don't cooperate, you got to make sure you maintain your mentality or else it can all slip away.
And sitting down on Luma, this is the opportunity that Dill needs in order to be able to end this out, and he's going to be able to do just that with an up air.
Yep. Utopian Ray definitely playing his heart out right there, but it wasn't quite enough. There was that one point where he read the air dodge, and I think he accidentally forward aired. I don't know if up air would have taken it, but I think it definitely would have certainly been close. So, are we getting a skin switch from Dill? Character switch?
No, just putting the blue hat back on.
All right. Let's see how Ray makes adjustments. I think he needs to really lock down what. Although Dill has been playing amazing in disadvantage, he needs to start reading his options because it's not like there's nothing you can do about it. It just happens to be that Dill is picking the smart option almost every time.
Yeah, monkey buttons alone aren't really enough to take out a Rosalina, especially of Utopian Ray's caliber. Though, as you mentioned earlier, Dill is playing very well today. He's able to make a lot of very quick decisions, and I feel like those are what's really allowing him to stay in the game. Besides his own patience, he's being able to turn a lot of situations from his opponent's favor back to neutral very quickly, and then we already see how Diddy Kong can take neutral into his own hands.
And now we're back to the neutral. It feels like Utopian Ray definitely has a handle on what to do when, both players are on even footing. Oh, right there, getting behind him, not able to punish. Dill kind of getting away with murder right there as he needs to find his way back down to neutral, and he does. But overextends a little bit. Never mind. No, that was all a bait. Knew that Ray was going to hit Balloon. Regardless, right now, these guys are tied in percent, but Dill has all the momentum. Okay. Yeah. If you get hit by the attack part of that dash grab, it's definitely the lesser of the two evils.
With the up tilt not being placed well enough, Utopian Ray able to stay in line for being able to take back this match at any point. Although questionable down smash gives up all that control that Utopian Ray managed to garner at the ledge.
Okay, fantastic read there on the roll. All of a sudden, I don't understand how he's doing it. I don't understand how he's continuing to just...
Man, Diddy Kong, kind of dumb. Kind of a
Dill kind of
degenerate character. Does that make Dill kind of a degenerate?
Oh, what a beautiful tech. And all of a sudden, that leans that he has the advantage with those jabs closing out the stock.
I'm so happy he teched that. That would have been the dumbest kill of the night. And we've seen some silly things tonight.
What's your favorite dumb kill? Mine was that. So evening up the stock count really quickly. Let's see if Utopian Ray can take advantage of the... Oh, fantastic using that side B. We haven't seen that yet, really, from...
Ooh! All right, if we managed to get the downer, that would have been spicy. But nonetheless, a very clean set of conversions from Utopian Ray, allowing him to not only get a decent percentage lead, but manage all of the stage control he could possibly need at this point.
All right. Trading left and right. This is like pre-civilization where it's a barter system.
I'll trade you 3 up tilts for a stock.
Deal?
They're in season. I need 4 Lumas for a down air. This is a rough economy we live in. Day and night we have to listen to that dog play his music. I can't take it anymore.
Can we talk about how that voice that Hangman is doing is far better than Munell's
The
Sean
scourge
Connery
of
impression?
KK Slider. When will his wrath end?
Speaking of wrath, right now you can see the rage in Utopian's eyes as he does not close that out. I thought the jabs would do it, but Right now, Dill, you know, we said, oh!
A very fortunate monkey flip as it removes Luma from the stage. Although, I don't really like the YOLO up smash option from Dill.
I do. I gotta say, Dill's edge guards are kind of interesting, to say the least. But let's see if one of them will pay off here. Nice takes care of Luma. And another forward air. Right now, these guys are neck and neck in percent. Time is not a factor, but the beautiful counter right there. You could tell Dill was not expecting that. Look as he reels back in his chair.
Look at that. That wasn't even. That didn't even look like it was sweet spot. It looked like the space behind Rosalina just consumed Dill. All right, bye.
He's just quickly checking. He's just like, is that legal? Can you do that? Can you kill with Rosa up air? Can we ban killing with Rosa up air?
No.
What are you talking about? I think we should do like complex bans, you know? Where like you can play a character but you can't kill a certain way. You're not allowed. You can play Cloud, but you can't use up air to juggle.
Don't even joke. I've seen casuals want to play like that before.
Oh, I love it when casuals do that.
You ever live in a world where someone bans Link's up B?
Oh my god.
This world is a scary place that we occupy.
What a wonderful world that would be. Anyway, we're moving on to game 3 right now. All right, FD is the stage. I actually like the stage for both players, but I definitely see why this would be Dill's counter pick.
This is New York patented lane play we're about to see from both of these players. It's going to be Juggle City and both of these players waiting until they're allowed through the gates.
Okay, nice dash attacks. One of the things about this is that on the one hand, you know, having the FD setup will make, you know, overall the neutral for Dill a lot easier. On the other hand, these juggles are going to become a whole lot trickier as look at the way that Ray has just been extending damage and damage. Okay. Yeah, it's still going.
It's just going to sort of be like that.
Wow, fantastic pressure right there. Down air doesn't connect, but Dill finally finding his way back to neutral after such a long stretch, and even then it's short-lived. Right now, Utopian Ray has all of this power.
He just has all the stage control in the world to dominate wherever Dill is going to go. Because everywhere that Dill has tried to move, he's moved into a hitbox, one way or another.
You know, like I said earlier on, how Dill's disadvantage has been so good tonight. But Utopian Ray, if you're relying on having a good disadvantage, expect a few wrenches thrown into that plan because he's so good at downloading and figuring out what you're going to do when you try to escape from him. Oh, but a great, just covering everything he could, Dill finding that down tilt to up smash, and all of a sudden, after being almost a lost cause, he has the lead here in game 3. The Luma not getting knocked away. We've seen Dill go for that a few times. Up smash not being a really reliable way to get Luma out of the picture. Oh, yeah, that forward air will definitely do it, just tacking on enough damage until, you know, that 52% is gone. And, okay.
Utopian Ray doesn't really have a lot of options right now as for removing Dill. So this is the best possible situation Dill can be in. High percentage where nothing Ray has will really connect properly. And the high percentage on Ray himself. I can't believe the Rock Barrel Pack actually works like that.
Oh, without Luma, he wasn't really able to cover that re-grab that well. I think that dash attack might kill right about now, though. Oh.
Like Rosa's dash attack?
Yes. I'm fairly certain Rosa dash attack would kill. Or maybe Rosa plus 3. Either way, a burst option will, if Dill isn't careful, one of Ray's burst options will end it. Oh, but right now, even if you manage to get this stock and a, okay, beautiful tech, that's how you start the comeback at least. but already taking 126%. Like, Dill, once he got that stock lead, the entire dynamic completely changed.
Diddy Kong, kind of a degenerate character, kind of an in the blast zone character. And you know what's hilarious about this whole situation? This right here, this is still an even game.
I wouldn't call it even, but I think what we're going to see now is whether that conditioning, whether that download on disadvantage will end up coming to fruition. And Edgeguard would definitely be fantastic for Utopian Ray at this point. Ooh. But if he doesn't get something big like that, I just can't see him avoiding the kill moves until then.
Excellent patience from Dill. However, simple jabs going to put him at bay. All this little percentage that Ray puts on has so much value because it can so quickly be turned against Dill. And a peanut gets thrown at his face just for good measure.
Okay, back air putting Ray once again off stage. Rising down B. Oh, catches the banana. That could be big. He has to be so nervous about so many options, but this is where things start to get rough for Dill, possibly. Able to turn that bad situation around, but now he's staring down a max rage Rosa, and Utopian Ray definitely still has fight in him.
No reason to count him out just yet with a minute and a half or less on the clock. Ray has all the opportunity in the world to get just 2 up air chains, and that'll be enough. He's sitting at max rage right now.
I'm waiting to see how Dill is going to, how Ray is going to contest that forward air, because right now it seems like the core of Dill's neutral is that banana, but also the forward air. And possibly, oh, there's not enough hit stun on that banana as the counter-attack up air closes out game 3. Right now, Dill going to be facing off against Stocktaker. Have we seen them play before?
They have played before. I don't know if it was last Xeno or previously, but I know in the carpool, Stock was saying how he has played against Dill once before.
So one thing about that is that, you know, I remember the heyday when people were saying Villager was high tier, Renai, you know, of course, amazing at the character. But one of the reasons why was because he did all right against the meta at the time, in particular Diddy Kong. He can pocket banana, and I believe while it's in the, for 30 seconds in his pocket, Dill won't be able to pill another one. And you see how that is a big part of Dill's game plan. So we'll see how Stocktaker plays the matchup. You know, this definitely isn't like Villager Cloud. So.
Oh, no, not without a doubt. This is actually one of Villager's better matchups.
I'm really excited to see how this plays out. Dill obviously having some confidence going in. We are going to be seeing the Mewtwo. Now, I really have only seen this Mewtwo. I've only really seen it this late in bracket against John Numbers. So we'll see if he ends up playing the matchup differently. I think that, you know, that confusion is definitely going to be a huge part of his game plan.
The moves we're going to be seeing a lot of are going to be forward air, down tilt, a lot of confusion. It's going to be the moves that utilize Mewtwo's length, as it were. The moves that involve the tail are going to help with getting around a lot of Villager's close range options because Villager doesn't have anything long enough to contest. And when it comes to all the projectile pressure, the reflection box from Confusion lingers for so long that Dill is safe to be able to just throw that around as a movement option as well as a defensive option.
So right now, I think what's going to be key is how Stocktaker plays around that confusion. We've seen it already a few times where, you know, he'll do that. He'll throw it out to bait out the move. He's punished it once or twice, but if he wants to start really mixing it up, he has to consistently show Dill that it's a bad idea just like that.
Unfortunately, jab 1-2 forward tilt, not exactly the most pressuring of options. But the Axe now a live option. Jab 1 to Axe will definitely spell some demise for Dill.
Is that real?
Yes.
Oh, no it's not.
At certain percentages, it is real across the entire cast.
Okay. Well, right there, Dill not just probably barely outside of that percent. And it's going to work out okay for him. But right now we're looking at a tie game, dead even. But a back throw putting Stocktaker once again off stage. Oh, this Shadow Ball is becoming really scary. Villager has the ability to pocket it, but yeah, sometimes it's just hard to react.
Yeah, more often than not, you're not going to be seeing Stocktaker utilize pocket in such a defensive manner. he's not going to have a lot of time to be able to grab them. And Dill knows that that's always going to be a live option on the table. So a lot of that shadow ball baiting is just a matter of trying to elicit that pocket response.
Oh, look at Dill shaking his head. Evening it up really quick there. Stocktaker absolutely still in this.
Bless volleyball. Bless.
Why is that move safe on shield?
Is a projectile.
My projectile ain't safe on shield.
Is a good projectile.
Really?
It's one of the safest projectiles in the game. Hell yeah, it does. Helper.
For those of you who didn't hear what Helper screamed from across the room, you drop it from the ledge and it kills at 30.
Which it does. With rage and a little bit of charge, you can very much kill at 30%.
So one thing that maybe I'd like to see is pocketing these projectiles when they come back, just to unleash like a flurry. You know, confusion does last very long, but if he can time it properly, I wonder if maybe it'll be the sort of thing where just enough hitboxes on projectiles will outlast them. Oh, he's probably one grab away right now from possibly biting it. Absolutely right now. Stocktaker has to play so carefully. He worked so hard to get here. Is he going to end up dropping it to this Mewtwo? I think that's it. Yeah. Even with good DI, not going to save him.
Game 2, I can see us running it back. It was a fine stage for Stocktaker. No reason for him to not to.
All right, moving on to this game 2.
Smashville. Kind of a dangerous pick.
It's a little bit of a double-edged sword. Of course, Mewtwo has some crazy chains that he can pull off on this stage. But that being said, Villager, his kill power, like we saw Bowling Ball kill at like 100. That's going to be killing at like 20.
Off the right side, yeah. That toasts Mewtwo, especially because Mewtwo is a light character.
Is it the right side or the left side that's shorter?
Right side shorter. Ever so slightly. The right side's all sorts of messed up on this stage.
Ban Smashville.
Ban Smashville, always. Town and City for Smash Switch, but not Smashville.
Nah, we gotta up the ante. Like, you know, Town and City.
A third Animal Crossing
Smash
stage.
Megapolis just slowly gets bigger and bigger until we have like, what's it called? Hyrule Temple size crossing stage.
It's the town. It's actually the town of Smashville, not this floating platform. And there's your jab 1 to Axe.
Okay. Dill managing to recover that, but right now it's actually not looking so great for him. He's already taken a whole heap of percent, getting 2 frames right there and 2 frames again. Wow, Stocktaker with a really commanding first stop.
Beautiful. These out of shield nairs I find hilarious because I was just talking with Stocktaker about this earlier in the week, about how it's something that's really good that he has the talent to utilize but never does. And now we're seeing it all over the place. And it's such a great option in this particular matchup.
Oh, I love the air dodge from Stocktaker. Knows that needs to get back to the stage because extra credit is so important right now. Oh.
Yo, kind of want to see Stocktaker pocketing Disable, though.
Oh my god, pocketing Disable is one of the funniest things in the world.
Yeah, most people don't realize that's a projectile. I hear the Eggmobile carpool popping off for Stocktaker now.
Oh, wow.
Victory is on the horizon for the second game as Stocktaker's managed a fantastic job of building plenty of percentage onto Dill.
Look at that spacing, managing to avoid the grab. He knows that's what's in Dill's head. Oh, and keeps going. Oh, man. Yeah, the auto-cancel timings on those turnips make it so difficult to, like, really figure out when Stocktaker is actually vulnerable.
And in there to challenge the aerial option.
Oh, fantastic right there. Getting the neutral air comboing right into the grab. And right now, Stocktaker still has this hefty lead, but Villager, it's so bizarre because he has so much kill power, but sometimes he just can't kill.
With axe in hand and a tree that's at half chop.
Well, I would, if I were Stock Taker, I would not mess around with that tree because getting that reflected at you would probably suck.
Fun fact, unless reflected on like the first reflector frame, it lingers around long enough for Stock Taker to be able to pocket it. Now, mind you, it doesn't have the insane kill power that it normally does when reflected, but it's still a projectile.
Wait, doesn't it get damage boosted when it gets
It
reflected?
gets damage boosted, but the knockback is minimal. Not minimal per se, but...
Oof. Okay, right now, this is a lot of damage onto Dill, but Stock Taker really needs to figure out how to close out the stock. Oh, and there it is. Big old bowling ball crushing on his head. And we have a game 3. Do you think he's going to switch? Do you think Dill is going to switch?
Honestly, for Dill's sake, I hope he doesn't, because Stock Taker manages to fight off against Sheik well, and considering how well that Stock Taker is placing a lot of his projectiles, I feel like Diddy would be a very poor choice.
No, I was thinking about Sheik.
The Sheik is what I would expect, and I feel like Stock Taker could challenge the Sheik. But it looks like he's staying on to his Mewtwo, sticking to his guns, and running it back to Smashville.
Maybe Dill just believes in the storyline, you know? No,
They're
he doesn't.
not going back to Smashville.
I guess he forgot for a second. Never forget.
Never go back to Smashville.
Never go.
Ban Smashville.
Ban Smash.
Ban
It's
Smash.
broken stage.
Broken. It's not made well. It favors too many good characters.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
like the platform is basically RNG.
It's not neutral. It's not fair.
I love calling the platform RNG whenever like somebody gets a platform extension.
Is it going left or is it going right? It doesn't matter. Is it in your favor?
Yo.
Is it in your opponent's favor?
Law and Order?
That is executive producer Dick Wolf.
I know. Didn't Law and Order finish?
Maybe? I don't
I
know.
heard something about that.
It like has
But-
infinite reruns on USA.
I feel like maybe it ended 10 years ago and we don't know.
What? Because
he's
Stock
got
Taker
the-
is executive producer Dick Wolf in Game 3 against Dill in Losers Finals on Town & City, a stage that takes the already volatile matchup tenfold from small platforms, small base platform, small blast zones.
However, one thing that's going to be different is the space. This is not the close quarters that we saw on Smashville and Battlefield. Oh, let's see. Oh, yes. Man, I really hope that Dick Wolf gets to Grand Finals.
I also hope that executive producer Dick Wolf makes it to Losers Finals. To Grand Finals from Losers side. Especially considering he's playing Game 2.
Okay, really nice. They're getting a solid damage, and Stock Taker definitely looking solid. Not quite as solid as Game 2, but better than Game 1. This is going back and forth right now, but like Stock Taker, based on the difficulty of the matchup, he just needs to make he needs to make big plays happen in order to take this set.
See, that small interaction is a bit of a microcosm as to how this matchup works. All Villager's options rely on the fact that he has stubby limbs, and Dill has a tail of a Mewtwo to deal with. So, at no point is it really too threatening to see Stock Taker preparing himself in close range.
Oh, again, catching him with that. Oh, wow, we actually got hit by that Shadow Ball, though. Right now, if you're Stock Taker, it's really scary position. He's been doing that downer to get out of a bad position a lot. And although it's been working out for him, Dill is definitely the kind of guy who will hold onto that in his back pocket.
And the up air is going
Fantastic.
to roll 3, and just like that, Stock Taker is going to manage a lead, sitting at 95%. Dill, not exactly enthused with the way that that stock ended, is going to immediately try to end things out.
We're playing Pokemon here because RNG just decided that stock. Oh, and it might decide the game right now depending on how Stock Taker plays with this lead.
Bless Balloon. Balloon actually blocking the Shadow Ball.
Balloons are like the worst flu.
That's, yeah.
Oh.
Stock Taker reeling in his chair. He's yucking it up.
Yeah, he has a smile on his face despite the fact that he knows what is on the line here. Dill has not taken a Xeno in a while either, but definitely the storyline to watch here.
Oh, bro, we out here trying to see new champions. We always out here trying to see new champions.
Hashtag no new champions. Okay, that was the first time we've ever seen him really chop down that tree. I'm silent because I'm just waiting to see what happens
It's
next.
going to be a lot of this patient play from both of them. But every time Stocktaker tries to plant the tree, it leaves him just a little bit more vulnerable.
Oh, wow. That was, I'm not sure exactly what he was trying to do.
Down to yes! Dill power shielded, so it worked out really nicely in his favor. But that, if not power shielded, is a setup into a shield break.
Oh, that's big, but now we're starting to see Dill throw out those game 3 options. Oh, and that's going to be it! So
He could have pocketed it.
Could have pocketed it, but a little bit of a heartbreaker there, but Dill playing really smart. You notice that like he was not doing those hitboxes to get out of disadvantage for like the entire game. He was letting himself get hit by those jabs. But at the end there, you see the forward airs come out, and then that crucial disable ends up securing him a spot in Grand Finals, where now he's going to have to fight against
He fights WAF, right?
the boy on winner's side.
All right, word. Yeah, let's go WAF.
So
Thank
father against son again.
For tuning in. Send help. Send us a winner. Give us a champion of any type
Wait,
now.
who used to have the send help tag?
I don't know. I
There
don't know
was
if anyone
somebody
did.
who had a send help tag. Who was it? Do you remember, Devin? Who
Sup?
had the
Help.
send help tag?
Oh, I don't remember, but I do remember that tag.
You do remember that tag, right?
It's a pretty good tag.
I loved that tag. 'Cause
TBH.
I think like for glory, it must be great.
Send help.
Send help. I'm trapped and they're forcing me to play this terrible game. Speaking of this terrible game, we got ourselves a pretty even game. Game 1 of Grand Finals.
It's Cloud and Diddy. You already know what's about to go down. Still going to control a lot of options with his banana. Ralphie, not really going to care about that with back air and neutral air. He's going to get limit. He's going to waste it at some point, but then he's going to get a cross slash.
Did we see him get any cross slash kills last set? Because of course, Ralphie was the one who eliminated Dill in winners. So let's see right now if he's going to make a repeat of that, or whether he's going to end up having to be forced into a true grand final situation.
I don't know. This is a pretty juiced up WAF. This is a Ralphie that's hyped on the fact that he's top 4 in New York.
Oh yeah, he's earned it though. He's been working so
Oh,
hard.
absolutely.
Uh,
But he didn't earn his way back to the stage. Save a jump. Save his limit. Now he's dead. Get bullied. We are in House of 3000. Do not promote bullying. Please do not bully your local clown names.
the only bullying we do here is our seeding. Put your HO3K Shadies in the chat. Let's get back to this match. Ralphie definitely down in a bit of a bad situation. Not able to really take the stock with that up B. It's not going to be killing if you don't get the spike hitbox on it. Oof. And he's taken so much damage already. Granted, that means that he has a lot of rage for the second stock here, but you know, we've seen how Dill can just play to the lead, and if he's patient, he's very familiar with Ralphie. He's played against him a ton. And if he just commits to sort of this more waiting for the approach style, I could easily see him take
Gotta
it
jump.
just like that.
Doesn't got a stock. Doesn't got a game. Dill takes game 1. I'm so hungry.
Wait, you eat food?
I haven't eaten since 7 this morning.
You eat food?
Normally I take a break and I go to Subway that's down the block, but Subway's definitely closed. I cried. Game 2.
Game 2. So Dill won that last game. He's coming from the loser's side here. if Ralphie wants to just take this without a sort of a huge fuss, he's going to have to basically do the reverse 2-0 now. And, okay, we're seeing a much more patient style from him. Ooh, but patient isn't necessarily guaranteeing that it'll work, as he's already forced to burn limit. All of that work undone so quickly. He has no jump. I think he's not making it back.
He's
Man,
coming back.
Hands.
The kid lives another day, although he's sitting at 63%. A bit of a scary start to game 2, but staying alive. Still in the jaws of a combo from Dill. It's going to be a bit of an effort before Ralphie can reverse the situation, start to take back the game. But it all starts with trying to fight back control of Smashville.
Okay, another big grab, forcing Ralphie onto the platform. Even more damage. Game 1 was pretty even. This one's looking like an absolute slobber knocker, as Ralphie is being tossed about, and even when he gets his opening, it's only 43%. Which, granted, finishing touch could kill now. Never mind.
Ralphie landing finishing touch the year 2018.
What does it look like, Dark?
Okay.
Yuck. Anyways, Ralphie's still sitting down a stock. Things looking very nice for us, taking the bullet train out to true finals. But can't count the lad out just yet. 58% on it, Diddy Kong. And a grab could be the start of Ralphie trying to take things back.
And I will say, Dill has been pretty good with his recoveries overall, but one solid read on like a monkey flip, and his stock can drop really quickly, especially against a character like Cloud, who hits so hard. Ralphie just taking the space. He's in the corner, but he feels no need to get out of there just yet. A solid grab for him. He needs to take this stock really quickly. That's some nice damage, but it's not quite the life gone just yet. Another throw to put him up in the air, but will he be able to finish him off? Dill makes it back to neutral.
You know, one of the great things about Peanut is that it's not a particularly good item to throw. I say this because the item itself is very light. It travels a far distance when thrown, regardless of standing throw or edge throw, or any of the aerial throws. And because of Diddy Kong's low profile, it never really gets a chance to see any counterplay. It's just sort of there. I love item play, so I just felt like sharing that. Mike, you think you won out because you caught a Peanut as a consolation prize for trying to grab the banana, or because you can't space an aerial? You were wrong. It's not a good item.
Just Z-drop it.
Exactly. Your best bet is to Z-drop it.
And Z-dropping at least looks cool. Is that going to be it? He's forced to recover high. It works out for him, but at this point, he's already taken 168%, and he's back on the ledge.
Ralphie getting yoted across the stage, but still going to be able to stay alive at 168%. What the Sam hell is this kid thinking?
It was an all or nothing roll read.
Yeah, we're going
And I mean, Dill was rolling a lot, and if he did roll into that, that would have been huge. What's Ralphie doing?
Slapping his controller. Probably the C-stick.
It's the controller's fault.
It is the controller's fault.
That's what happened to me today.
I can't believe Dill ripped the bracket so that he'd make a reset on Ralphie in grand finals.
So to relay,
The Rapscallion!
Yes.
You're all degenerates.
the vagabond.
True finals time.
All right. And this is now true finals, and the pressure is on. Ralphie got, he was on the winner's side of things. He beat Dill in winners, and all of a sudden they are on equal footing, an equal game starting out here in your true finals.
It's going to be much the same unless Ralphie manages to figure out his ways around Dill's pressure. Dill playing a very basic, tried and true game plan, but it's working out amazingly against Ralphie tonight.
I actually loved that up B onto the stage because he could have up B just to the ledge, which would have been safer, but he then would have been stuck on the ledge. And knowing that Dill wouldn't have been able to get there in time to punish, kept himself in neutral. But keeping yourself in neutral against Dill might not be good enough. Look at his banana placement. It's so smart. Oh boy, the counterattack.
Well, you got cooked for no good reason. Dill had no business being on that part of the ledge. Ralphie punishing accordingly. And this is the start of the comeback that we're looking to see. Ralphie with the stock lead, getting a good amount of early percentage onto Dill, and now in position to punish a poorly placed up smash.
Oh, tried to grab that banana, and instead he lost all of that pressure. I think that's Ralphie's banana, right?
No, it's Dill's. No, it's no one's.
Oh!
It finally hit. We finally see Limit Blade Beam connect with a target that isn't the shield.
I think that maybe Ralphie just won that set because of it.
I don't know about
Gave
all
him
that.
the power to continue on.
I don't know about all that.
Okay, maybe
You're losing
not.
a stock. I don't know about all that.
Oof.
So trying to take things back now. Controlling the center stage definitely going to be the start for how Ralphie can try and maintain any sense of a lead in this. Percentage lead definitely leaving him sitting pretty.
That up air almost finishing off that dash attack, doing even more. Having to burn his resources to get back, but he does get back. Finally, we have the neutral once again and the forward tilt out of shield. Ralphie's been getting so many stocks today with that.
It's a strong move.
Yeah. It's also, everyone, when they get hit by a cloud move, they're like, let me try and put, some counter, let me try and do some other option. But his moves are safe. They're real safe, and that forward tilt at those higher percents is deadly.
I love this elevator music that occasionally plays. It's so gentle. But now it's time to turn up at Town City for Game 2 of True Finals.
Yes. Oh, nice combo to start out. Okay, maybe I won't try the ASMR commentary tactics.
Several down tilts to assert damage control.
Oh no. Please.
Let's try and whisper the rest of this set. Take you all to watch anything.
It is
Super Smash Bros.
It's past Waf's bedtime. You need to be quiet.
It's the vocal equivalent of playing the Game Boy Color underneath the covers, so that your parents don't see you playing video games past bedtime.
Right now, you guys are safe, but Ralphie isn't as he gets hit by that back air.
And he'll keep on getting hit by back air, because it's a quick reversal option, and he's playing very aggressive tonight.
There's no need to be aggressive. Dill right now, throwing out a lot of moves, but it's not necessarily working out poorly for him.
Ralphie not able to low profile onto Diddy Kong. He's just going to be throwing out a lot of aerials,
Oh,
and he's in fact going to eat an aerial.
what a happy little fair. Going to be taking that stock. Dill looking to even this up, but Ralphie definitely doesn't want to just keep that to him.
Up throwing the banana, very wise choice, especially when placed in a manner that it can fall past the ledge. And a very aggressive charge for the up smash. It's not going to find its target.
Dill dancing around Ralphie like a prima ballerina in the air.
We've been seeing Dill adapt lately to using a lot of B-reversal options in the air. It's been quite a boon to his aerial movement, and it's a development that I hope to see in most Diddy Kongs. Unfortunately, coming off the Angel platform is not something most Diddy Kong players want to see of their own. But it is something that Ralphie wants to see, as he's one stock away from salvaging Grand Finals.
At the same time, look how much damage is on him. He has to be really careful. Overall, Dill's just been hitting him a lot, very consistently.
That's
Oh.
how damage is accredited in Super Smash Bros.
Oh, that's some hard hit. But Ralphie coming back just fine, even with a counterattack.
You need that banana hit, but Ralphie's still finding himself in a situation where he doesn't have to use limit. Until now.
Well, it might have been worth it.
Excuse me, it's quiet time here.
Oh god, get it up!
Oh my god.
Scary, scary.
Please.
And just like that, XenoOneHundredEight, the Xeno of Death, goes to Ralphie with
Wait, that was it?
the stupidest of forward smash reads I've ever seen in my life.
Wait, no, here's the thing, though. It was smart, because he did it twice before and it didn't work, but that time it did. Genius.